Coming up next, ER's Scott Grimes tells what it was like having Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg as bosses. Afternoon.
Our next guest has made his mark on Broadway, film, and television, not to mention the music scene. And when he's not performing with his band, you can catch him playing doctor on the hit show ER. Take a look.
Yeah, I have a patient with a abscessed tooth. Needs IV penicillin.
You need one of us to administer IV antibiotics for you?
That's what nurses do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware of any literature on the benefits of IV antibiotics in dental infections.
Literature?
As far as I know, oral antibiotics are still the standard of care.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, good. Then maybe you can educate the nurses about inferior alveolar dental blocks. What?
Please welcome from ER, Scott Grimes.
That's so funny, man. I gotta tell you, I was most nervous about that.
About?
Like, do I hug you? Do I give you a kiss on the cheek? And I know, kiss her, but
Yeah.
I saw Kimberly kiss you, and I went, wait, does that mean I have to?
Well, you know what?
No,
It's
it's
choice.
over with.
It's over with now.
It's choice.
Yeah, you
We've
can
gotten
move
past
on.
it.
I feel better.
Welcome,
Yeah.
man.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, guys. Hi, everybody.
First of all, you are a busy, busy man. Very busy man. You have 2 hit shows going on. You have a music career. But let's talk about ER first. Dr. Archie Morris. Now, he's a bad doctor, correct?
He's a bad doctor, yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't much preparation. Because I'm a bad doctor, Scott Grimes is a bad doctor.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is, walking down the street, you want to get recognized as an actor, and people just take their children and push them away from you. Like,
Stay away from the bad
stay
doctor.
away from that man right there. No, it's, people watch the show and they diagnose themselves and they want good doctors. Yeah.
Really?
And I'm just not, so I get a lot of trouble out there. But he's getting better.
What's the best part about being on a hit show like ER?
For ER, for me, was, man, I'll remember, I was supposed to do 2 episodes of ER. I was supposed to come in, mess some stuff up, and then get fired from the hospital. But I still, downloaded the theme to ER on my iPod.
You
and
did?
went jogging and pretended like I had that opening credit thing. You know when you're a kid and you hear the theme and you go like... and it freezes. Where's the right camera?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. You see what I mean? There it is.
There it is.
So you freeze, and it says Scott Grimes on ER.
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's the best part, hands down.
So you're gonna jog in with the theme song. Nice.
Do you have to cheat like George Clooney did? He put Post-its everywhere with all the
It's so
jargon.
true. I
Did
still
you cheat?
find charts that George Clooney wrote his lines on.
Because he wrote them everywhere, I heard.
You have to. I mean,
How do you
I didn't-
remember that stuff?
I do. I don't feel bad about it. You're reading a chart. You might as well write down what you're going to say.
I agree, 100%.
Because I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to school. I mean, I went to school.
Not doctor school.
Not to that extent.
All right, well, let's talk about American Dad, another great show. Now, you
Right.
play the voice of Steve, the kind of the dorky son on American Dad. How does that come about? How do you get the gig for that?
This is Steve Smith.
Oh.
Steve, yes. Steve Smith plays the geeky teenage boy on the show.
Yeah.
And how did I get it? Seth MacFarlane, who created Family Guy, one of my favorite cartoons
Right.
ever, called me and we were friends. And he said, dude, I'm thinking of a kid that just hasn't gone through puberty yet. I thought it was Scott Grimes. And he did. He called me and he said, well, can you do a voice of a geeky kid? And that's the only voice I came up with. And he said, sure. And I got really lucky because I love
That's like getting paid while you're sleeping, isn't it?
It's the best. We go in for an hour a week, do this, voice. And
That's it. It takes you an hour to do the whole...
yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that great? We
And
have a
then-
clip.
You do?
Yeah, you want to see?
Oh, cool, yeah.
Got a clip.
Dad, check out my protective cup. It's like a force field for my boy parts.
Yes. Unfortunately, the game's been rained out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. God, I'm crushed.
We could still do something together.
We sure could. Well, goodbye.
Hey, Steve, want to burn bugs with a magnifying glass?
We use the sun to send them to heaven.
Wait, it's not raining.
Funny.
My kids always want to watch that show, and I have to somehow steer them
I
away
almost
from
wore that
it.
outfit here, actually.
That would have been a hit.
Yeah.
But you're also a dad in real life.
I am a father, yes.
You have
I
two-
did that cartwheel for my daughter. She's learning right now to do
that
cartwheels. So that was for
fun?
her.
You have,
Yeah, it's
she's 4 years old. Your son is...
No, my son is 4, my daughter's 6.
Oh, your daughter's 6.
Yeah.
Okay. They are adorable.
Look at him with his little margarita, just like Dad.
Now, you're also in Band of Brothers, which is one of the best shows ever on TV. I mean, really.
That was a gift.
Was it? How'd that come about? Because you also know Steven Spielberg,
I
correct?
did, yeah. Well, I didn't really know him,
There
but
you
he
are.
kind of came up with the name of our first band, which was Scott Grimes and the Misdemeanors. I didn't know him. They just asked. A friend of ours worked for him, and he came up with the, you know, because it's Grimes is my last name, and Misdemeanors, like crimes.
I didn't get it at first.
Steven,
thanks.
man, that's
Yeah.
why he's up there.
He's a creative man.
And then years later, we did Band of Brothers together.
Well, I want to find out more about Band of Brothers, but we got to take a quick break. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more Scott Grimes.
Coming up next, Scott performs a song from his latest CD. It's Closer.
We're back with Scott Grimes. Now, we were talking about Band of Brothers, and you wanted to ask a few more
Well,
questions.
first of all, I just thought, you know what, one of the best war movies I've ever seen. Well, not movies, I guess it was a miniseries, but
Right.
just unbelievable. So, and Tom Hanks actually did some directing on that,
Tom
correct?
Hanks directed. He was, I think, the best director we had, and he knows so much about World War II, obviously, from the work he's done, and Saving Private Ryan, obviously.
Right.
And it was just, you know, it's one of those gifts you get, and you get a call, and they call you, and when Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg call you and go, would you be in this? I mean, come on.
Jeez.
You just got to.
You want to pay them.
You read the books, and they kind of state the facts, but Band of Brothers made you feel the emotions of what people were going through.
Yeah, and that's why it had to be miniseries. It had to tell 10 hours because, you know, World War II was such an extensive war, and that Saving Private Ryan couldn't. And
Right.
Steven always thought that, and he said, I need to tell more of this, and
Yeah.
I need to, we need to show what we did. And it was still, to this day, the best, personally as well, because, you know, we did the boot camp for that, and we did the...
You went through boot camp for it.
We went through that, we went through parachute training.
You were a soldier, basically.
I was a soldier, man. Yeah. It was great. I mean, it was the best. It taught me so much about life and all that.
That's nice. So talk about your singing career a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about that, because you're going to sing for us today.
Yeah.
Scott Grimes and Misdemeanors. We mentioned you got your name from Steven Spielberg, but I didn't notice your wife sings background on the CD.
My wife is on we met, she's on the CD because, she's not my wife. Here, help me with this.
I will.
What I'm trying to say is, we
There
met
she is.
through the record.
You met before you did the CD.
No, I knew her, and I asked her to sing, because I knew she could sing, and then we subsequently got married and had, you know, the
So you
romance through
scored the
that.
background vocalist, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. The guitar player wasn't cute enough. But, so it's great. We have the whole, like, kind of family thing.
And what are you going to perform for us today?
A song that we had, you know, some good success with this year called Sunset Boulevard.
Great.
Oh, we'd love to hear it. You're ready.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Now singing Sunset Boulevard from the self-titled CD of Scott Grimes and Jay Gore.
Brian left back home to sing the world his song. They said he'd never go. He's going down a rusty road with Jimi Hendrix playing on the radio. He just wants to fly away and show the world he'll be a star. He's driving all night and day for the chance to play his worn-out guitar. And he never knew the hopes he made. 4,000 people stood and prayed down on Sunset Boulevard. We won't leave it all behind. And once we could walk away, Sunset Boulevard. And when he took what he could get, always dreamed of playing in Hollywood. Now every Friday night, see him killing time the best way he knows how. Now he's gonna fly Sunset Boulevard, yeah. You know you wanna stay there. You know you wanna play there. You know you heard a love song, yes you did. You wanna be a big star. You wanna have it all down on Sunset Boulevard, yeah. We won't leave it all behind. And once we could walk away, Sunset Boulevard.
Wow, you guys are great.
God, thank you. Please introduce your, this is Jay. Jay. Big hand for Jay. Jay, thanks for joining us.
Great, great. You're awesome.
Great, Scott, thank you so much. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
It's time for the Soap Talk trivia question. Which one of Scott Grimes' co-stars from Band of Brothers also had a recurring role on ER? The answer when we return.